We have commentators laughing at this.
Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it, blocked.
They realized that they were laughing and then quickly stopped themselves like, oh, I can't laugh. I'm live right now. I can't laugh. I'm live right now. Let me get real serious.
The basketball world is witnessing another bizarre chapter in what might be the most baffling endorsement deal in recent memory. Angel Reese continues to deliver highlights that have commentators reaching for the mute button instead of the replay. And with her signature Reebok shoe set to drop in 2026, industry insiders are starting to whisper the unthinkable that this might be the most expensive misfire since someone greenlit the XL.
The Washington Mystics just put belt to ass on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Sonia Citron was out there cooking with hot grease. Stir the pot. Stir the pot. Keep cooking, Sonia. That was a show. She put on a flat-out show versus Angel Reese in the Chicago Sky. Boy, did they ruin Angel Reese's homecoming.
When Angel Reese takes the court, statisticians across America hold their breath and not out of excitement. In her sophomore season, she's managed something truly remarkable, shooting just 31.5% on layups while ranking third in the entire league in layup attempts. Let that sink in. A 6 feet 3 inches professional athlete missing shots that high school JV players make in their sleep. It's not just inefficient, it's historic. And not in the way Reebok was hoping.
The Chicago Bravado once again got their ass kicked. Angel Reese was so bad last night, the announcers calling the game, they were laughing at her performance. Check out some highlights for yourself. Well, Casey, you always do this. You select a couple of bad plays and try to convince us that Angel Reese isn't a superstar.
The sheer mathematical improbability of being this inefficient at point-blank range has turned Reese into an unintentional comedy act. Case in point, a now infamous sequence against the New York Liberty where she missed 4 consecutive putbacks in just 12 seconds, 2 of which were blocked. The clip went viral faster than a TikTok dance, but for all the wrong reasons. What should have been a routine finish became a masterclass in how to turn a simple basketball play into full-blown performance art.
This was an epic embarrassment, bro. Remember, this is a pro basketball player. Won a national championship. Their calling card they'd like to hang over is she beat Caitlin Clark. Remember that. Watch this.
Production with the miss. Angel Reese picks it up, what she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, Kenny, that. How about another? Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese will give up. Jones with another block.
Are you serious?
On paper, Angel Reese's 44.4% field goal percentage might seem respectable until you realize the majority of her shots come from directly under the basket. For context, most professional players convert layups at a 70 to 80% clip. Reese, she somehow turned the most basic shot in basketball into a coin flip. What should be automatic has become unpredictable, and that's a problem no amount of hustle can hide.
Cycle the Angel Reese face up. Oh, here we go. Oh, snap. Cook up. Crossover. Crossover right to the rack. And but we got our own rebound. Beautiful. We got our own offensive rebound. Here we go again. A little bit of travel action in there. And we missed another. But don't worry. We grabbed our second rebound. Let me just posture up real quick. Talk my ish. You can't guard me. Point forward,
Angel Reese. Perhaps the most telling sign of how dire her shooting struggles have become is the reaction from the very people paid to make every moment sound thrilling. NBA and WNBA commentators are pros. They can turn a routine free throw into the shot heard round the world. But when Reese drives to the basket, those same voices hesitate. You can hear the silence, the stumbles, the subtle disbelief as they try and fail to spin another blown layup into something positive. Even the hype machine has its limits.
With her dominant performances in June, she earned her All-Star selection. But these aren't just a couple of bad plays. These aren't bloopers. These aren't rare moments. This is the norm. The same thing happened last week when the Chicago Bravado got their ass kicked by the Minnesota Lakers. I don't have to convince you that Angel Reese has no impact on winning. Just look at her record. Look at her resume in the WNBA.
If you're enjoying this, don't forget to subscribe because the saga only gets more surreal. In a recent game, after yet another baffling miss on a routine layup, a commentator could be heard audibly chuckling on the broadcast. And this wasn't the light-hearted laugh that follows a fluke, it was the sound of professional disbelief, laced with second-hand embarrassment. When the people paid to sell the excitement of the game start laughing at your game, you've crossed a line most athletes never even come near. And the internet. It noticed. Compilation videos of Reese's missed layups have racked up millions of views, complete with circus music, slow motion edits, and commentary that borders on parody. But this isn't the kind of viral that moves sneakers. It's the kind that keeps marketing teams awake at night, questioning every decision that led to a signature shoe deal.
Inside, and Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it, blocked.
We go through All-Star break, we come back, 9 turnovers. We sit out with a back injury, we come back, can't make a fundamentally sound layup. Maybe they rushed you back from injury. Tyler Marsh, did you rush her back from injury? Tyler Marsh, I'm looking.
While individual struggles can sometimes be overlooked on a winning team, Angel Reese's issues are spotlighted by the Chicago Sky's spectacular inability to win basketball games. Sitting at 7-21, the Sky have paired Reese's shooting woes with a level of team play that would embarrass a decent rec league squad. They're currently on an 8-game losing streak, and perhaps most tellingly, they've gone 0-5 without Reese during her recent absence with a back injury. It creates a bizarre paradox. The team can't win with her, but somehow looks even worse without her. It's like complaining about a broken AC while your house is literally on fire.
I'm no expert in math, but it looks like Angel Reese wins 1 out of every 3 games. If I remember correctly, Angel Reese has beaten a team with a winning record once this season. So you tell me how Angel Reese impacts.
Coach Tyler Marsh has done his best to put a positive spin on the situation, but even his most diplomatic soundbites can't hide the core issue. The Chicago Sky have built their identity around a player whose most consistent contribution is blooper content. When your star's most memorable moments involve missing layups that would challenge a blindfolded middle schooler, championship hopes tend to readjust themselves drastically. Then there's Reebok. Under Shaquille O'Neal's leadership, the company made Angel Reese the face of its basketball revival, betting big with a signature shoe set to launch in 2026. On paper, it looked like a smart gamble. Young star, massive social following, and the potential to grow into something bigger. But reality has a way of turning paper plans into origami disasters. Reebok CEO Todd Krinsky even compared Reese to cultural icons like Shaquille O'Neal and Allen Iverson, claiming she had similar game-changing potential. But that comparison quickly goes from bold to tragic once you remember that Shaq and AI were, well, actually good at basketball. Now, industry insiders are asking the uncomfortable question: did Reebok even understand what they were buying? Because when you sign an athlete to represent your brand, you're not just buying into who they are now, you're betting on where they're headed. And in Reese's case, that trajectory looks less like a rise and more like a missed layup, straight into the bottom of the rim, followed by a clean bounce into the stands.
Who I went to school with. I'm not gonna follow people who are not friends of mine, but acquaintances, right? Again, you don't have to, I'm not gonna do that to you. But again, sometimes I'd be looking at their page and bro, you are fucking lucky. Cause I wanted to unfollow you so fucking bad, but again, I'm not no celeb, so I ain't gonna do it. But I low-key be plotting on niggas to unfollow me, just so I could be like, bitch! I don't even fuck with you like that. For real, for real. And a lot of times I be wanting to unfollow people because a lot of people don't even really post on social media.
Perhaps the most merciful development in this ongoing basketball tragedy has been Angel Reese's recent back injury, which has sidelined her for several games. And while injuries are never something to celebrate, her absence has offered a much-needed break from the weekly blooper reels of basic basketball breakdowns. The timing couldn't have been more convenient. Just as social media was reaching peak saturation with viral videos of missed layups, Reese's injury gave the basketball world a breather, a chance to recover from the second-hand embarrassment of watching a professional athlete struggle with shots most fans could make in flip-flops. For Reebok's marketing team, it's been a quiet reprieve to regroup and figure out how to sell a signature shoe tied to a player whose signature move is not making the shot. Even more telling, the injury kept Reese out of a high-profile matchup against the Indiana Fever and her old college rival, Caitlin Clark. While Clark has smoothly transitioned her college dominance into professional competence, Reese's absence spared us what could have been the most lopsided individual showdown since David met Goliath if David were blindfolded and Goliath had a basketball.
She had a good game, 22 points, 13 rebounds, but she shot terribly. She got bailed out so many times, throwing up brick layups, getting phantom foul calls from the refs. She did make 10 of 11 free throws, so that is good. 6 of 16 from the floor is not good at all. 0 of 1 from 3. She was a minus 11. Listen, man, Kiki Area Fan got the best.
From a business standpoint, the Angel Reese situation is quickly becoming a case study in how modern athlete endorsements can go spectacularly off the rails. Reebok has poured significant resources into an athlete whose on-court performance actively contradicts the core principle behind performance endorsements. That success breeds aspiration. Traditionally, endorsement deals work because fans want to emulate greatness. People buy Jordans to be like Mike. They wear LeBron's gear to channel championship energy. But what's the pitch for Angel Reese's signature shoe miss layups like your favorite pro baller in response? Reebok has tried to pivot, leaning into Reese's bold personality and massive social media following, emphasizing her unapologetic presence and cultural influence. And while that might fly for a lifestyle brand, it becomes a major liability when your product is performance-driven. Because it's hard to convince anyone these shoes will elevate their game when the face of the brand routinely makes basketball look optional.
Ideas wants to bring in talent to grow Reebok and like have people wear it again because no one does. So one of his genius decisions was this. Fucking signing her, Angel Reese. If you don't know who she is, she's the queen of like fish out of water going after a rebound that she shot herself and can get in the net ever. She reminds me of a 3-year-old shooting on those little kids' nets and throwing the ball and just completely missing the mark.
Angel Reese's struggles might be easier to overlook if she were surrounded by a roster capable of covering for her flaws. Instead, the Chicago Sky have built a team that seems perfectly calibrated to expose them. With little offensive structure and few reliable scorers, the Sky can't generate easy looks, which only magnifies Reese's already shaky shot selection. Then there's the coaching situation. Tyler Marsh, in his first year as head coach, has drawn the short straw. Tasked with building a winning system around a player whose most bankable skill is going viral for the wrong reasons. It's like being handed a sports car with square wheels and being told to win the Indy 500, perhaps most telling of all? In games where Reese has been sidelined due to injury, the Sky's offensive efficiency has actually improved in some key metrics, even if the losses keep piling up. It's a statistical paradox that raises a painful question. Is her presence, while productive on the glass, quietly hurting the team's overall basketball IQ? It's the kind of trend that makes coaches reach for antacids and front offices quietly reconsider their blueprints.